longtime Browns beat reporter Tony Grossi with what he has seen early on in training camp.
You have the best player in the league on that side of the ball, Myles Garrett. You have two high draft picks that are doing pretty well on that side of the ball. You have a Pro Bowl cornerback. Defense is playing better right now. However, that was particularly bad offensively yesterday. But I've seen bad and I've seen worse, and we're probably going to see another bad offensive day before they get to Carolina and Philadelphia. So I wouldn't overreact. I think one positive development, I got to tell you, after 2 days, Dylan Gabriel's looking pretty good out there. He's looking better than he looked at minicamp, and I thought he looked fine at minicamp. But yesterday, man, it was 101 heat index, and the offense didn't handle it very well.
G. Bush, the old saying is, and it's going to be really true for the Browns, is that the defense is ahead of the offense early. And there's just a lot of questions and a lot of young guys that need to come through on this offense.
Yeah, Tony wasn't lying. I was out there yesterday, and I thought it was, he said it's 101. It might have been hotter than that. I was looking out there like, man, listen, I do not miss this a beat. I had flashbacks. I thought I was in pads. I had to have the training staff come check my pulse. I was just like, listen, I can see why people do not want any parts. But, the fans it'll be open to the fans, I believe, tomorrow. And there'll be a lot of Browns fans that are ready to chop at the bit. But I will also agree in another respect with Tony. It was nasty yesterday. It was, the defense. It was difficult for the Browns to get regular stuff done. Myles Garrett, let me tell you this. If there's a better defensive player in the game than Myles Garrett, I ain't seen it, because he literally, I feel, is like going 17, 18%. And he's not even really in his bag of tricks yet. And I seen him just run around DeJuan Jones like it was just like, and look, no disrespect to DeJuan Jones. I think he looks in great shape, but it's not saying much about him. It's saying more about what Myles Garrett is out there doing. I thought the defense looked crazy yesterday. They look fast. But then again, we always say this, the defense is always going to be ahead of offense, always. And right now, I think one of the main things that I'm watching is I watch camp, and as I see the Browns offensive line, they're retooling this thing from the ground up. They realized that what they were running last year was not conducive to their personnel, and I'll give it to them. The offensive line looks more physical. Zach Zenner looks a little bigger. He looks like more physical, strong. I thought Dylan Sampson was a little bit more powerful. I thought Pierre Strong ran the ball well yesterday and showed some different things. But one thing that is truthful is they are hurt by the Quinshon Judkins thing. Because the way that they're setting this thing up, they're going to run the ball a lot. They are going to run the ball a ton, and he was the main piece in what they were trying to do. It looked obvious yesterday that they were out of place and undermanned, because it was just like Denzel Ward is out there. Hey, look, Greg Newsome even looked like he was on a different level. So it was stark. And if this is any telltale sign of how the offense versus defense is going to look, like you said, the defense by far has way more upside. And if they're going to overachieve this year, it's going to be because of that side of the football. But on offense, I think, what's the name? Kenny Pickett had an interception. Grant Delpit jumped a route. It could have looked like a pick six. He ran down the sideline. It's going to be tough sledding, especially given the limitations out wide. Jerry Jeudy looks like he's by far the number one receiver, but they got to find 3 more dudes or 2 more dudes to step up. And now you look at a situation where, you got basically Jerome Ford is coming back and Dylan Sampson, and the offense pretty much is the same with no upgrades. So I think that it's going to be, points will be at a premium this year.